Hello everybody, Cosmic Lottery here. I want to talk about the Casio Move a little bit more after having it on my wrist for about 2 weeks. I have some good and bad impressions, and I compiled a little list of the bad things that I don't like and that Casio needs to update or change real quick, and a short list of the good things that I really like and I don't think that they need improvement. And before I start, just remember to subscribe to my channel to get more videos and more info. And real quick, I'm gonna jump in with the good list first because I think it's a little bit shorter than the bad list, and I compiled only like 3 things that I like and dislike, like a top 3, because both of the lists are a little bit longer. But certain features I'm just gonna mention, and certain ones I'm gonna put in the top 3. And I think they're like more important because they really affect the ownership of the watch and the experience that you have, as the other ones are like, more of a coolness factor, or maybe something that Casio can update really quick to firmware or through their app, whatever they want to do with their experience basically. So good things, number 3, the lowest one, is the running measuring and the app. So I think they did a really good job. Like, when it works, and it's not like it's not working all the time, but it's kind of limited, as everybody else is saying, with running. It doesn't have like detection of other types of activities. Like, whatever you do, it will just count your steps, even though you might be doing your bicycle, or I don't know, doing all kinds of different exercises. It will still measure your heart rate and get all the other data that it can, and give you some like good good guidance, like where is your heart rate, are you like burning fat, are you in a good zone. And I think they did a pretty good job, like for a first time, for this type of build for Casio G-Shock, let's say a hybrid watch. So the other thing that is really good, like number 2, is the display, the readability and visibility. So it's really good. There's nothing much to say. It's really visible. I like the feature that it kind of turns off if you don't move your watch after a certain amount of time. I didn't measure it, but it's pretty short, probably within like 5 or 10 minutes. And yeah, you can see it like really from afar and low light without even accessing the backlight that you have built in. And the top best feature, I will put the size of the watch. So this is gonna sound strange because a lot of people think that this is a huge watch and it's really big and thick. It is, but as I said in my unboxing video, they did a really good job, like wrapping this thing around your wrist, and I received 2 compliments in these past 2 weeks about it. And I also don't feel the size of the watch. I don't feel the having something large on my hand. You don't feel the weight. So uh, Casio did a really good job when it comes to that. So a lot of people they said that they wish it was like a little bit smaller uh, and less thicker, but I can say that there's no need for this watch. It's really it feels really good, and the size is really good. Some of the different things that I would like to mention real quick for the positive stuff, like the color. I think the color option that I pick is really good. Like using it every day, it was kind of like nice and blending in with whatever I was doing and wearing, and every different type of activity. I don't think like the white one or the red one will kind of get into that category. So if you're on the edge for this one, or maybe the black one, yeah, go for it. It's really good. And yeah, the coolness factor is there. As I said, I got a few compliments here and there. I didn't like go out and mingle, of course, because of the COVID-19 thing going on. But people that know G-Shocks, they notice it right away. It has a really good display. Like a lot of times I use it on my motorcycle and it's visible on my wrist, and when I stop at the spotlight, I mean a stoplight, I can see like people staring at it like from the side, so from the cars or the other vehicles. So, you know, it has a little coolness factor. Okay, so continuing with the list, I'm gonna start the bad list. And it was really hard to compile this one because there are a lot of different features that need like adjustments or changes. And I was kind of trying to put the top three stuff that it's kind of not possible to change real easy, but it wasn't an easy task because like certain things probably Casio can like update, but certain things probably the second generation or the next generation of this watch will be better. There's like no way around it. So number three, the lowest that I put in, is the activity detection, because it has the auto feature where you can just doing whatever you start, you know, you're gonna start like running or whatever, and the watch is supposed to like pick up and start measuring. And I found it kind of on and off. It wasn't like working 100% of the time. So usually I was like just hitting the run button and start the activity manually, which is not a big problem, but it will be nice that it if you forget, or you're in a, you know, I don't know, in a gym or something, you start running and you're like staring at the TV or whatever, if the watch can like start picking up on your activity. So it does work, but I noticed that it works like only on rigorous activity. So maybe the Casio can change like the settings or the sensibility of the sensors and kind of make it work better, but I'm not happy with it. So if they can update it, I'll recommend for them, you know, to do this thing. It's not smooth and I don't like it. The other thing that is really bad is the notifications part. As a lot of people out there mentioned, it's really a mess. And after a couple of days trying to like, you know, get a handle on it, I just shut them off completely. Because there is no way like to pick and choose, let's say through the app on your phone, like which stuff you want to pop on your screen. Because literally when a notification comes in, it just takes over the screen and it stands there for a few seconds, and you can like hit any button, it will go out and come back to this screen, or it will just clear on itself. But it stays up there. I turn it off again now for this video. I'm sorry, I turned it on so you can see what's going on. So it says I have like 3 active or unread notifications. And the thing is, it will be really nice like when it pops on and you hit, let's say, this button, like the OK button, and you kind of go in and read it and it clears it, but it's not happening. You actually have to like do 7 presses to get in, and then you got to start scrolling up and down and enter to each one of them to kind of clear them. And when you go in there, it actually does not give you like any sort of a notification or clarity if you did go through this one or not. So here I am, I gotta go in, and now if I want to read it, I go in, I can scroll up and down if it is bigger, not in this case. So hit the back button to come back. So now you see I read it, but it doesn't change color, it doesn't go away, it doesn't tell me if I read it or not. So I literally gotta scroll through all of them that I have, and that's the only way to clear them. So I find it like very clunky, very it's hard to say, kind of unprofessional. So I just gave up. I don't want to deal with it. I turn it off, and as I said, I just turn it on now so you can see what's going on. And I think this is one of the things that Casio can actually fix through an update. It will be a good thing if they can allow us to go in straight when it is on the screen, when it pops up, and if the colors change or they disappear in the list, that will be like a really good solution for them. I don't see it I don't see it as a very important function on the other hand, because this is a G-Shock first, and then it's a hybrid. You know, it gives you like some sort of smart features in there with the Bluetooth connectivity and the app and the measuring sensors. So I wouldn't cry too much about it, but since you have it, why don't you make it better, basically? Why don't you like have it usable? Because like right now it's 100% unusable. There's no way around it. There's nothing clear in it. It's just really bad. Okay, so the top bad feature on my bad list, I put the price. So through these days, actually, I was wearing some other watches on my other wrist to kind of like measure stuff, how it detects like regarding fitness. And I found it kind of not fulfilling. It's kind of hard to explain, but basically you don't get like your money's worth out of it. That's kind of the feel that I got. So if you're an avid G-Shock fan like myself, or if you're a collector, you're gonna end up getting it regardless of the feature because you just like it, and you know nobody can tell you not to get it. For fitness wise, like the app is really good because it adjusts as you work out, as you do activity. It will give you like, starts giving you plans, and it will kind of tell you activities that you probably want to do, or it will allow you to manually set a plan. So that end is not like bad, but I kind of feel like for that kind of money, with today's top uh, smartwatches like the Apple and the Samsung ones, you probably are missing out on a lot of features and just maybe getting the coolness factor, or you know, you just like G-Shocks and you're gonna take the plunge for it. So unfortunately, I'm gonna do something with this watch that I have never done with a G-Shock before. I'm not gonna keep it, and that's my only reason at the end of the day, because for me personally, if they made this watch as it is size wise and with the display, but let's say without the sensors, just kind of, let's say, a dumbed down and cut the price in half, I think this thing will sell like hotcakes. It's just really cool looking watch. The, you know, the new technology, the memory and pixel display, it's really amazing. It looks really good, and you get all the goodies from the G-Shock. You know, it's being indestructible. You can dive with it, and all the other good stuff that G-Shock is known for. But as it is now, you know, I'm kind of changing my recommendation to like, you know, buy if you like, but I don't see it as a must buy. So hopefully this can help you in your purchasing decision. Um, there's a lot of different things that I have on the bad list. Like one of them I'm gonna mention, but as I said, those are not things that Casio cannot change easily. Like the automatic light, when you turn it on, and you know how you flick your wrist towards your face and it's supposed to light up, so you don't have to hit the button and turn on the light. So the thing is that the sensor is super sensitive. So even as I have it like in this position in front of my face, and I'm going through the menu with the buttons, as I touch it, it actually lights up. It's kind of annoying, but I guess the sensor inside is super sensitive. So Casio can shoot a little update and fix this, or even add an option in the menu, maybe like to adjust the sensitivity of the sensor, which will be better because it will give you few options. You might have it, you might like it super sensitive, or you might like it, you know, just to turn on when you really like lift your wrist towards your face. So one of those two solutions will be perfect. And also the GPS, like a lot of people said, it doesn't acquire GPS signal easily, so it's always a minimum of those 45 to 60 seconds. But I notice that sometimes it takes a lot more, even though I'm out in the open and you know it's not cloudy or anything. So that might be one of the features that they cannot change depending on the hardware. So the list goes on, but you know, I kind of gonna stop here. I don't want to make this video too long, so hope it helps, and if you like it, please subscribe and shoot me your comment. Thank you.